folks, back at it again. Nice little, slightly moving keynote. Fancy. I'm going to be fancy with this one. We're doing linebackers, as you could tell from the lack of background, thumbnail that I steal from Google, from websites. I guess they're not up to date with the linebackers yet, but I am, I guess. We're going to bullshit this one together. We got James Williams out of Miami. Got him as a 5th to 6th round pick. Sure, you never really know nowadays with linebackers. I mean, more times than not, this is the range that they're going to be in. Maybe one in the first round. I don't think this year, but usually maybe one. A bunch in the second, third, fourth, fifth. It's just not a valued position anymore, unfortunately. Not too many elite guys, at least name-wise, but, like with the running backs, pretty much. Good speed, good coverage. Anyway, back to James. Good speed, good coverage. If you guys are familiar with him, you guys know he played safety in college. More, box safety, some more traditional. I think that's the type of player he's going to be. I think he's a fun project, good athlete, but lacks the, instincts. We don't know yet because, he hasn't really had much time with that position. So we got to see if he gets coached up and, the technique of playing the position. And then you question if he's going to be able to get off blocks in the run game. So stuff like that. But I saw a comp of Divine Diablo out of Virginia Tech. He was essentially the same thing, a box safety guy there who's converted to linebacker for the Raiders. I think he's a solid piece. He's fine. Could be better. But, just the name alone's cool. But I think he has a similar skill set and could be a player like that. Number 9, I got Jalen Ford out of Texas. Another 6th round pick, as most of these guys are going to be. Very good IQ, though, and instincts himself. He has a good feel of the field and what's happening. Good agility laterally in the run game and in coverage. Pretty solid on that aspect. Had a fair amount of picks, I do believe. I forgot the exact number, but that was definitely a highlight for him. A little stiff, though. A little stiff, as we say. It lacks the play strength, which is a con I keep lazily using for these guys. Just like I was saying with James, get off blocks better. Whether that's technique or just his strength or effort, we don't know. But saw a Michael Walker comp. Said sure. We know who that guy is. Next, I got Tyron Hopper out of Missouri. Another 56th round guy, another athletic coverage linebacker, I'd say. Good enough range, though, in the run game as well. Just, again, lacks the play strength that you'd want. He's more of a passing downs guy, probably be a Sam. Will, weak side linebacker, but, Nathan Jerry, I believe Gary. I don't know who the hell that is at all. But that was the only comp for him. I guess I'm a little higher on him than most people, I guess. At 8, though, I don't know. I feel like he's been fringe 10, 12, 15, stuff like that. But, yeah, I like his athletic profile, which I'm banking on. That's what you want in a linebacker nowadays, I feel like. Like someone like Trevin Wallace out of Kentucky, another 5th, 6th round guy. Very good pass rusher. He can, get in contact with the blocks and swim away, has some moves to him. Very great athleticism. Lacks the instincts on necessarily the run game, but also in pass coverage, he can be better. It's not what you'd want. You don't want to put a man on a tight end. And then lacks the power, of blocking in the run game. Or, getting off blocks in the run game as well. But saw a Garrett Wallow comp he's fine, I guess, for Houston. I don't really know him like that, but then we got Marst Liafau, I believe is how you pronounce it. Very good at instincts, good IQ, good agility. He can process a play very effectively, I think, to a high level. But speaking of high pad level doesn't get low enough. Could get stood up and pushed back on blocks that way. And then, just general play strength again, unfortunately. A lot of these guys have that, and I think it's a big con when you're a linebacker. You want a guy with some tenacity to him, some toughness, people to get off blocks. He can improve in that aspect. Folks, that's how I pronounce it. Aspect. Got a comp of Alec Ogletree. Just said fuck it. Number 5, Cedric Gray out of North Crackalaca. Got him as a 4th round pick now, a little higher up. He has good motor, good range. Again, this is the tenacity, a sure tackler. Just a well-rounded linebacker. A lot of people are going to be high on him. Sometimes he's a little too aggressive. You might over-pursue, miss some tackles. That's why, just clean up the technique, the form. I don't think it's too bad. You could have him higher, and I'd believe you. I wouldn't disagree necessarily. We got a comp of Jordan Hicks. So that's that. Number 4, we got Junior Colson out of Michigan. 3rd to 4th round pick, good range, solid coverage, especially for a guy his size, which is kind of shocking. Lacks the play strength on that aspect, and processing a little late sometimes, diagnosing where it's a run play, pass play. But I think of a guy like Willie Gay, who's now with the Saints. A very important piece of that Chiefs defense the past couple of years. I think he could be in that similar role. So I saw that, like him a lot. Then the top 3, which I'd say is not really consensus, but like the most well-known 3 guys I got is Peyton Wilson out of NC State. Got him as a 2nd or 3rd round pick. Very good athleticism, rangy guy. His build, he's almost like a big safety, how he's built, 6'4", 233. Great effort, won't give up on plays. Doesn't have the best play strength that you'd want. And for a guy as tall as him, I guess he doesn't have the wingspan that you'd want to that position. So he lacks the arm length there, getting up into blocks to be able to rip it effectively. But saw a Barrett Rudd comp. Loved it a lot. I think he was a very underrated player in the 2000s for the Buccaneers. Solid linebacker. For a long time they had him there, and I believe he can be the same type of player. Number 2, Edgerrin Cooper out of Texas A&M. He's a lot of people's number 1. Again, wouldn't really argue with the top 3 here. Another 2nd or 3rd round pick. Very good athleticism, good range. Just sideline to sideline, able to get to ball carriers and tackle. Another guy, though, that can help improve on the block shedding, probably be a will linebacker in this league. Saw Devin Lloyd comp, though, who I loved him a lot when he came out. I think he was my number 1 linebacker out of his class. It has some ups, has some downs in Jacksonville. Could be better, but I think he has the talent in him to improve. And same thing with Edge here. So, like him a lot. But number 1, I'm banking on the family lineage, with Jeremiah Trotter Jr. out of Clemson. Obviously, his dad, coached up, know that position your whole life, has good IQ, has good sense of playing linebacker, great motor, tenacity. Isn't the best in man coverage. He can work on that, and doesn't have elite speed, compared to the other guys we were highlighting. But I think of a guy like Nick Moulton, again, an anchor, calls out the plays for the Chiefs defense. I think, you can put that responsibility onto him, and he wouldn't, it wouldn't be too much for him. I think he can be a very impactful player for a long time. This has been my linebackers class here, folks. Seemed pretty fast. We're just I'm just trying to get this shit over with. At this point, it's becoming a little too tedious now. With this, like I said, next year I'm gonna just be more free form. Maybe do it. Probably do tiers for all of them, so I won't be confined in a Keynote PowerPoint and wanting to get the same pros and cons, lazily. I just, what I see, I need to just watch more film too personally, even more than I already do. Like with these positions, I don't. Like QB and receivers, like my two favorite positions and the ones that I look at the most. So I need to just deep dive more. So thank you guys for watching my dumbass continue to see my journey of being a scout, a freelance scouter. But yeah, this has been Kaleb here, signing the fuck out.